What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Reclaim Your Throne coming at you with another crazy video. But first, my goal is to get to 5,000 subscribers by the end of the month. So make sure you go ahead and like, comment, share, subscribe. And you already know, Reclaim Your Throne. So guys, we got to talk about this one. This is crazy and I haven't seen anybody else cover this, but there was actually a guy on the Amtrak and he was jerking off, and a woman actually happened to catch this on film and posted it on TikTok. So this is a guy and he is basically beating his meat and trying to bust a nut on a sleeping woman that is right next to him. What you guys need to understand is that men are fiending out here, and obviously he's a perv, obviously he is on a predatory vibe and whatnot, but this just goes to show how much these men are fiending out here, okay? And women think that men are actually out here busting cheeks and getting a whole bunch of chicks, and that could be further from the case, okay? So let's get into the video.
Wait, don't get in trouble. Don't do nothing.
Don't get in trouble. Don't get in trouble.
So you see the guy with the green shirt. He was over there jerking off to a sleeping woman and her children.
Honey, don't get in trouble. Don't do it. Don't do it, baby. Don't get in trouble. Come on, don't get in. Oh, you got him. Okay.
She's horrible at filming.
Come here back here jerking off.
Where? Because my brother is down here. Like, he needs to go.
This is
This
crazy.
right here. He needs to get off. Yep.
This is public transportation, y'all, and what you guys have to understand is that the climate that we're in and the starvation of sexual gratification in real life, not online, for men is real. And this is, you're gonna start to see a lot more outwardly predatory behaviors. Also with the opening up of, you know, activities, I will say, intercoursal activities between like the LGBT and all that kind of stuff. It's also pushing that hypersexuality that a lot of women say that they don't want from men, but they're okay to be on OnlyFans and pretty much have intercourse on camera to pay their bills.
He's jerking off with the women right there. That guy just came out there. You can go bust him up. He was. And he would have got in trouble. They need to get the police up in
Ladies and
here.
gentlemen, next station stop will be Paoli. Paoli will be back. Please exit the first train. Get the cafe car, pay Paoli only.
There's some seats back here too.
You can sit next to me.
Mm.
No, I'm not getting on
Y'all pretty much get the point. Oh, there you go. He back. Now watch. Look at him. He got the Beats headphones on.
Yes.
He got the Beats headphones on. And in the comments section, you're going to see that a lot of women were saying, oh, I let him, you know, jerk off on me and all this type of stuff. So let's watch.
There was a situation.
Yeah, no, you're fine.
I don't really understand how that works.
Looks like a regular guy, regular white dude.
In my head was going out. I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know what was going on.
What's going on? I don't even understand how that works.
Oh my God.
No,
The cops need to get, he's trying to get off, but the cops need to get him.
Yeah.
Where you going? Where you going? The cops need to get him. The cops. Don't hit him, don't hit him, don't hit him. Don't, no.
Tear his ass up.
No, why is he leaving when the cops can't get him?
And it looks like he's not getting charges pressed on him, just walking out.
Somebody need to go tell the cops on him.
So guys, here's the explanation of what happened. Shorty actually ended up turning the comments off on the last video, which is lame as hell, I think, because she really didn't allow people to see the truth of, you know, female nature. They pretty much said that they would take him in and they would accept him beating his meat, like if he's on some predatory stuff. This just goes to show that a lot of women do not know how to pick men, and this woman right here, she's going to explain exactly what happened in the comments section on the previous video.
I also just wanted to mention about a few of the comments, in fact, actually a lot of comments about the Amtrak predator. The original post where I kind of showed as much commotion as I could and got his face.
Why she got like these yellow dots on her cheeks? These chicks be weird nowadays, dog.
So hopefully we could have identified him in case he didn't have any repercussions. But a lot of comments were saying that he was like cute or hot, or oh, it's such a shame, he's so cute. I was expecting an old creepy guy. You didn't.
So you heard her. She said that these women were saying that he was cute right after jerking off on public transportation. And this is coming from the horse's mouth, okay? She's basically, you know, giving up game to how these women, these modern women really think, and it's pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy because this is a guy who's, you know, pretty much a sexual predator, who's doing lewd sexual acts in public, which a lot of these OF models are doing as well, okay? They pulling their pants down in gas stations and flashing their boobs in freaking Walmarts. It's the same thing, okay? So we not gonna excuse that neither.
You didn't expect this from a young kid. Oh, it starts so young, and that's the point. Like that's the point. We judge books by their cover, and a predator can be anyone. They can look like anything. They can be any gender. They can be any age. They can come from any background.
She's right. They can be any gender. And a lot of times we overlook the predatory women out there who are sleeping with 13 and 14-year-old boys. I did a story, I believe, on like some old pageant queen who was smashing younger men. And then there was a teacher that came out the week after that, which I wasn't able to cover. But it happens. And they pretty much get away with it. A lot of the women get away with it. And that's partly because the young men, they keep their mouths shut so they can continue to get that sexual gratification. But, you know, it's a real thing, and it's definitely something that's happening.
And they can be on your train, your plane. They can be your neighbor. They can be your classmate. They can be anyone. So look out for each other. Just like we looked out for each other on that train. And yeah, just don't stand for injustices like that. I mean, I can understand why people are like, oh, it's such a shame, but the real shame is that there are predators and our...
You heard what she said? She said, I can understand why people say, oh, it's such a shame. That means that she thought he was hot too. You know, she's talking all this jazz about, oh, stand up against predators and all this kind of stuff. She didn't have to say that. She didn't have to say, oh, you know, I can understand why people say it's such a shame, because she's basically telling everybody that, hey, I was attracted to him too, and I wish he was jerking off on me type stuff. Like, for real, listen.
On that train. And yeah, just don't stand for injustices like that. I mean, I can understand why people are like, oh, it's such a shame, but the real shame is that there are predators in our world just walking around looking like normal people.
So why she starts smiling? She's giving like a little smirk at the end. Man, look, I don't believe Shorty neither. She'll probably go for Buddy too. She would probably go for Buddy too. She probably hopped off the train and got his number. No cap.
People, because that's what they look like most of the time. It's not some creepy, scary, big, burly man in a white van every time, okay?
All right, guys, so y'all heard it here first. I think I was the only one to really cover this Amtrak predator, but you saw how a lot of the women switched up when they actually saw what he looked like. this is why it is dangerous for a lot of entertainers who are running through a lot of chicks, because they will get ran through and then they'll also come on the back end and say, oh, this person did this to me, this person did that to me. Obviously, we're seeing what's happened to Bill Cosby. Obviously, we're seeing what's happened to R. Kelly. And obviously with the R. Kelly stuff and the Bill Cosby stuff, is definitely some shady things going on. But even with Justice Kavanaugh, you could see that the women were pretty much making things up. Now, I'm not saying that in R. Kelly and Bill Cosby case that they were, all of them, you know, because some of them were, okay, some of them were proven to be lying at some point in time. But it gets fuzzy, okay, especially when the women are in the comment section saying, oh, I wish he would have did that to me. I wish he. A lot of these women are enablers, okay? Look at Ghislaine Maxwell. It's happening all over, and it's on both sides of the genders. So anyways, you already know what it is, man. It's your boy, Reclaim Your Throne. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe. Send your relationship question to the email down below with a screenshot of your Cash App, so I know you paying your tithes, man. Y'all need to be on your motherfucking deal with the BS. And you already know. Reclaim your throne. Reclaim your throne.